morning, everyone. It is Tuesday, July 21st, 2026 at 7 p.m. I'm calling to order the Wayne Township Board of Trustees meeting. If you haven't signed in back in the back, please do so. We appreciate it. May I have a roll call, please? Roll call.
Mr. Calvin?
Here.
Ms. Calvin?
Here.
Mr. Jacobs?
Here.
All right, all present. Great. Let's do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have an approval of the meeting minutes from the last meeting, which was July 7th.
I make a motion to approve those meeting minutes from the July 7th meeting.
And I'll second.
Mr. Jacobs?
Yes.
Ms. Calvin?
Yes.
Mr. Calvin?
Yay.
All right. Okay, so we have any changes to the posted agenda? I think we do have at least
Yeah,
one.
we added the Warren County Township Association Scholarship presentation, and then resolution 2026-66, which would be entering into an agreement with Plainsville for a public works project.
Okay. All right. So now, for our Warren County Township Association scholarship presentation, I'll turn it over to Mr. Fred Bonhart. He's the president of our Warren County Township Association.
Thank you, Diane. Just a little bit about the County Township Association. We started our scholarship program a good 10, 11, 12 years ago. Kind of broke away. We were, at one time earlier, were supporting the Ohio Township Association, and we didn't have any winners from Warren County, and we decided, the group did, that we had little funds at that time, and we'd start our own, and there's no reason that we couldn't keep county tax-paying dollars and present them to kids, children, seniors from high school, to our county's schools, and make this happen. So with the help of a few other people along the way, including our vice president over here, Ralph Lamb, out of Salem Township, we put that on record and made that happen. Well, so Diane is also our secretary from the county township, and Amanda Childers couldn't be here tonight, but she did the most important thing, as we'll find out here later on, so which is sign the check. So with that in mind, and I brought my lovely wife too, so I don't want to forget her. So with that, I'd probably like to turn it over. The trustees have the paperwork and what's needed, and I'll let them present the certificate and check and all that good stuff.
So,
What? Yes, make it out here.
how many did we have this year?
We only had two.
No, but we had 11 people, I think 11 students.
You remember how many applicants?
You're in the ballpark.
There's 11 or
Yeah.
12 or something, I think.
And
So-
usually we do the one trade school and then two other regular scholarships along the way. And nobody applied for the trade school, so we just handed out two. Am I right with that, Ralph?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, so we are from Wayne Township. We have Callie Lane. And she is one of our winners this year. Let's get a picture.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Callie.
Okay.
So we'll get some pictures here. Yeah, you gotta show the money.
Show them the money. Okay, I'm gonna slide in there too, so take one more.
One more.
Yep.
Absolutely.
All right, we like when there's a
You
Wayne
got it?
Township person, so thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Congratulations.
Well, I want to say that we have an excellent person at the Waynesville High School that promotes the scholarships for Warren County Township Association, Mrs. Schenkel. She does an excellent job, and we've been here quite a few years presenting them because, did she help you or encourage you?
Ms. Shinkle?
No?
No, she did
Okay.
not.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Oh, yes, she did, yes.
Huh?
Good answer, say yes.
Anyhow, I found out along the way that she's helped us quite a bit in encouraging seniors to get involved and write about it and all that kind of stuff. So I'm a big fan of that. So, and one other thing, every year we have the senior read her scholarship. And you're kind of thinking, I'm off the hook because I didn't bring it. I'm sorry. So if you would, please step up there and read your scholarship so everybody can hear what a great job you did and how we picked a great winner.
I said, township government is often overlooked when people think about how laws and policies affect their daily lives. People typically put their attention on the federal government or the state government, while local governments and small communities typically get overlooked. However, in Ohio, township governments play a vital role in maintaining services, shaping communities, and directly impacting the lives of residents. For me, growing up in Wayne Township, I have gotten to experience firsthand the importance of township government and how much it influences everyday life. One of the biggest ways my township has impacted me is through public services and community safety. Township governments in Ohio are responsible for essential services such as maintaining local roads, providing fire protection and emergency medical services, managing cemeteries, and sometimes overseeing zoning regulations. Personally, I've seen how well roads have been maintained, making it safe and easy to get to school, practices, and community events. During the winter, snow removal becomes especially important. This past winter, the township really showed up for our community when we experienced record levels of snowfall. The township ensured that the roads were salted over and cleared quickly, allowing Wayne local schools to resume classes safely. While to some these details may seem small, they make a huge difference in daily life. Fire and emergency services have also personally impacted me. Families are able to have a peace of mind knowing that our first responders are well trained and close by. In times of emergency, response times are crucial, and township-funded emergency services are typically the first line to respond. I've personally been able to experience the response from our township first responders when a candle was left unattended in my home and caused the fire to break out. Wayne Township Fire Departments were the first people on scene and were able to ensure that my family and home was safe. Township governments make budget decisions that ensure these safety measures are possible. Another way my township government has impacted my life is through zoning and community services. Township trustees make the decision on how land is used, whether it stays agricultural or residential or becomes developed. In a small town like mine, these decisions help shape the community. Due to thoughtful zoning decisions, Wayne Township has retained its rural charm while still allowing for responsible growth. Growing up in a small town that appreciates the history and stands up for the people has shaped my appreciation for community involvement. Attending a township meeting further deepened my understanding of how local government operates. I learned that township trustees carefully discuss budgets, contracts, and community concerns before making decisions. The meeting was organized but also welcoming, allowing residents to voice their opinions. I attended the Franklin Township meeting on February 25th. A local resident voiced his opinion on the 2 levies that are being proposed to the township. The trustees were welcoming and considered his opinions while also sharing theirs and providing him with information. It became clear that the township government is made up of local leaders who live in the same community and understands its needs as well as the people's. I also learned how limited township budgets are. As the trustees discussed the 2026 capital budget, each small detail was discussed, prioritizing essential services. All trustees had to agree on the budget and say aloud that they agreed. Seeing this process helped me appreciate my township government even more. Overall, township government plays a crucial role in everyday life in Ohio. From road maintenance, and emergency services to zoning decisions, townships directly affect their communities and people of the community. My personal experience with Wayne Township, especially with emergency services and during severe weather, has shown me the true importance of township government. Attending a township meeting further deepened my understanding of township government and the importance of it.
Very nice.
Great job. As you can see, that's what we're looking for, the board is, when they pick out someone to win a scholarship, is how they have explored what goes on in the township. Finds out exactly what we do. As a trustee, I get to speak for that because I am one as well in a different township, but that's what we're looking for. And how everybody knows there's 1,308 townships in the state of Ohio. That don't mean that. You can Google that all, the local stuff. You're learning what's going on in the township, what happens if you're involved. Hate to hear about the fire, but you know, that's one of the things that goes on. And fire departments, we do have one township that doesn't have a fire department, but they contract with other fire departments, of which Wayne is one of them, that cover their area. So you don't always have to have a fire department, but 10 out of the 11 here in the county does, 11 townships in the county. So this is all good stuff, and I think the young lady did an excellent job in spreading the knowledge of what goes on and what we're doing and what's happening. So I want to thank her very much for that. So it's all yours.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks. All right, back to the regular meeting. Do we have any citizens' comments tonight? All right. Hearing none, we'll move on to our, let's see, road department report, Mr. Scott Camry.
Good evening, board. Good evening. From last meeting, I did get a hold of the sheriff's office with the speed problem out there, and we are on the list for the, that's a popular thing, that
Yeah.
speed sign. So we're on the list, and the lieutenant said, well, I spoke with the captain, and he said the lieutenant would get a hold of me when they get ready to place it. So I haven't heard anything more on that. Rest of my report, I think I will stand pat and leave it as I submitted it. The only addition I have is we've been contacted by Boardwalk Pipelines for the potential for a natural gas pipeline coming through. Not definite yet, but they are getting ready to do they're doing their preliminary thing. We went through this before when the last pipelines have come through. They've got to look into the river and see if there's any endangered species of mollusks and clams or whatever, and also look for artifacts from indigenous peoples and whatnot. So there's just a survey down in the shop because the pipeline goes through our property at the road garage. So Mr. Fitzsimmons passed it on to me and delegated it to me to fill out the form to give him permission to gain access to the river there in that area. I'm sure they're working with Little Miami River Conservancy as well. So I'll be taking care of that and
So is it a replacement or is it a
New one.
maintenance or?
New one.
New, okay.
a new natural gas line.
And then what size?
It's still in the preliminary stages
Okay.
yet, so don't have any information on the size or anything like that. They did say Indiana, Ohio, and Kentucky,
Okay.
providing more. If I had to guess, I'd say it probably has something a lot going on with the 71 corridor, requiring extra fuel. So, but I'll take care of that and keep you updated.
All right.
And that's all I have, unless you have anything to pass along to me.
No?
No, thank
Very
you.
good, thank you, you're welcome.
All right, moving on to our fire department report. Chief Beckett.
Good evening, board. Thank you very much. Did I not send this to you?
I didn't see it.
No. Well, I did that. Peyton Woody, our newest hire, has finished her orientation. She's going to start on shift, I believe, next week. She's a firefighter paramedic. When we have time tonight, I've got a 6-month operational review to just see how our first 6 months is going with some KPIs. It's load grant time of finishing that up, I'm gonna ask the Loeb Foundation for money for new thermal imaging cameras and some additional fire gear items. Assistant Chief Lalich and I attended the Ohio Fire Chiefs Officer Development Conference last week. There was lots of great speakers and lots of great classes that I was fortunate to attend. And one of those classes was about the Ohio Fire Chiefs and their officer credentialing. What that basically is that you submit your application, write a small paper on why you should be a credentialed. There's fire officer and fire chief. So I went through that. They had an information session on it. So I'm gonna start working on my Ohio Fire Chief credentialing. It's a matter of having enough points in certain criteria. So Assistant Chief Lalich and I are gonna start our Fire Chief credentialing through that. It's just something good to have, and you've got to renew it and keep up with your education every 3 years. Today I attended part of an ESO town hall over in Westchester. ESO is our reporting software. They keep saying it, but they're very adamant that in August there's going to be some good updates coming, so I'm kind of excited for that. Our new fire gear was delivered just the other day, so that's going to get put into rotation with people that their gear is coming of age or of age. And finally, after several months, our new AEDs have arrived, and we're going to get trained on those, and those will go on the trucks. JPRs are continuing. Care Flight is coming next month to our training. They're bringing their new aircraft. If you don't know, Care Flight has two new aircraft, and one of them is based at Warren County, the newest one, the one's going to Urbana. So they're going to be here. It's a different way to load the helicopter and different things, so it's good for us to be familiar with that aircraft and its operations, and it's a bigger aircraft. It's got a lot more capabilities. So
Are they landing at the station?
they're going to land in the field across from the station. I received permission from the school to use that property, and I'll put a Facebook post out, and I'll let all the residents around there know. I'm probably also going to open it up to Massey Township and a couple other, maybe Chester Township, a couple other area departments. That way they can come and get the same training. We did Sundays and Sirens down at Taylor's Coffee. It was a success. I don't know how many helmets we gave, but there were quite a few. So kids all over the truck and in the squad. It was great because it was very hot, so they had lots of ice cream. So, and then finally, our thoughts and prayers were with the Spring Valley Fire Department. They had an unexpected passing of one of their battalion chiefs very recently yesterday, I believe. So our thoughts are with them. I called Chief Cross and said whatever you need was. So he's very thankful. And that's it, unless you want me to move right into if we have time.
I say hold off on that.
Okay, no
And
problem.
We'll see where I think we're gonna end probably around 7:30 with everything else.
Okay.
We'll do that afterwards.
No problem.
Great, moving on to Stacy, the zoning department report.
Thank you.
Diane, could I jump in here?
Sure.
The gentleman was 45 years old, if I heard,
Yeah.
that passed away. Just wanted to throw that out.
He was one of their full-time battalion chiefs, so.
Ooh,
6%, yeah.
sorry.
All right.
Good evening. Just a couple of things. Of course, our public hearing tonight, and I've been working on a few junk violations, and I also set a site plan completion date for one of our recently approved commercial site plans that's not quite done yet regarding landscaping, so hopefully that will all be completed by early fall when it's appropriate to plant. I also prepared a revised agreement for snow and ice removal using our existing copy that we had and then comparing that with two other townships agreements. This ice and snow removal is for unaccepted streets that will be in new major subdivisions that we're going to be having. And this establishes that the developer is responsible for the removal cost of snow and ice within 24 hours of a weather event. And it also establishes a total cost, which Scott Camry provided and calculated to remove the snow and ice in each phase of a subdivision in the event that the developer fails to do so. So I'll be contacting the developer, First for Country Lakes, to let them know that we have that agreement, and that will be signed by the Board of Trustees president.
So what's an unaccepted street?
So until such time that the township accepts
Okay.
the streets that are completed in the
It's a
subdivision.
non-dedicated.
Non-dedicated, yeah.
So during development, basically?
Right, so right now,
So
phase,
it hasn't been a problem because typically Mr. Ellis has been the only developer that's been building in our township. But now we've got 3 subdivisions in the pipeline right now, which 2 of which are not him.
Right.
So we just need to revisit it and update it and then specifically set a rate for each individual phase and individual subdivision.
Okay. Sounds good.
so once that's ready to be signed, I'll bring that
Okay.
for signature. And that's all I have.
Questions, guys?
I think it's good. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, the administrator's report, Mr. Scott Fitzsimmons.
Hello. So I joined the Cincinnati Area Managers Association. They had a talk down in Westchester Friday. Assistant City Manager for Huber Heights, they come down and discussed with everybody about their cyber attack and the outflow of all everything that kind of event had happened and some of some of the outcomes. So it was a really good session to take in to understand that and we'll discuss that. But it was a really good session. So I started talking with the chief about doing EMS patient satisfaction survey with our population. We get a call and we communicate a survey out to them so we can begin to gather some information. Eye towards our Q&A side of that house, but also as we look to the future on going for levies and so forth. And so we are scheduled to have a discussion with the identified company and see how that goes and get feedback. But that's on the plate, and we're talking about that right now. Township website redevelopment, I've given them quite a bit of information. The only thing I'm lacking to give them is anything, I think, from the fire department at this point. And the rest of my road department, but it's coming along, and so we should be having another discussion coming up relatively soon and see where it is. Because they're looking at that information currently. Oops. Well, I'm going to let Keith talk about it, but from my perspective, the transition's going very well. He's catching on, and things are beginning to happen. So it's leaving my desk and going to his, so it's going well. So that's a good thing. Background check program. I identified a company out of Centerville that quite a few of our area communities use to do that. So we'll be moving forward, utilizing them to do our backgrounds as we onboard people in the future. Ohio Township Association Network educational sessions. I participated in the OTAN session with Sugar Creek. Actually led the session. It was a good session. It was about future planning and so on, about that kind of thing. So it was a really good session on that. It was a general discussion. It wasn't so much a presentation. It was more just everybody just kind of talked about where they stand with their communities and how to better protect the townships from annexation, those types of things. So it was a really good session with them. So unless you guys have any questions, that's all I got for them.
That's great, thank you.
Did you, I did, on the website, did you say that they had a site we could hit?
Yeah, I'll send you the link. It's on theirs. Yeah.
Did they change the colors like you wanted and stuff?
Yeah, they're using like blues and greens and stuff like that. Yeah, I can forward it to you.
Okay.
Excellent, very good.
Thank you. Moving on, fiscal officer's report.
As Scott mentioned, transition's going well and I'm learning a lot from it. We just had to get Gus out of the office over there. It's going well. He's starting to do his stuff over there and been coming in on a daily basis, working with him, and he's a great trainer. So we did submit the 2027 budget to the tax commission, and we should hear back from them in August. That should be the beginning of the preliminary budget process. So we submitted that, and that's about it.
Thank you.
All right, now moving on to old business, we already talked about the website. Is there any other old business we missed? I think so.
Yeah,
Any questions or concerns of the bills?
I have none.
I'll make a motion to approve the bills for payment as presented.
I'll second.
Mr. Jacobs,
Yes.
Ms. Coleman,
Yes.
Mr. Kaufman,
Yay.
Ms. Fisher Pass.
All right. All right, we will not do resolution 65 yet. That'll be after the public hearing at 7:30. So we have resolution 2026-66, which is, resolution accepting the, so this is new, we haven't read this yet, so we just got it. Accepting the OPWC, which is Ohio Public Works Commission cooperative agreement for the old State Route 73 utility replacement and resurfacing project, authorizing Wayne Township participation in project costs for milling, resurfacing, and pavement striping of Old State Route 73, and authorizing the township administrator to execute the cooperative agreement on behalf of the township within the village of Waynesville. I know it was 1 or 2 meetings ago, we actually talked about this happening, so.
Yeah, Gary stopped by today, dropped off the ordinance and cooperative agreement to us. We move forward with it. It puts, I think, our cost share is going to be $40,000 for all that work, from obviously the village limits to 73 and 73. And that's where, so,
It's our part of the road, so,
yeah.
yeah.
And that, and I mean, yeah, of course, that's all gonna be fresh, right? It's gonna be from Light all the way to 73, and of course, then the state's coming down 73, so that'll be all new pavement.
It looks like they're making a lot of improvement there on Old 73 intersection.
Right, and put that turn lane in and widen it out.
Right. All right, is it, can you scroll down, is it
Oh, I'm sorry.
$40,000 in here,
Um,
or is that just some estimate?
yeah, that's an estimate on from the agreement.
Okay.
Is this done this year? Or is this done?
They're just submitting the application, so
This
it's,
is done 27.
it looks like it's out. So fiscal year,
I don't think it would be project year 27, it'd be project year 28.
yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
Well, that's what they said in the council.
Although they have it wrong, I mean,
Okay.
project year 80 or 41.
Yeah, those numbers don't coincide with the years.
So we think 40,000 is gonna be the price in 2 years.
2 years, right?
Yeah.
Is the price not to exceed $40,000?
Look at it on there, but
No,
that's-
well, it doesn't say up to, it said with change, it could possibly be more with changes.
Right, because it's basing it all off of percentages.
Who approves the
So they-
changes?
That's the village.
Yeah. They're gonna-
They're extending their water line.
Right.
My question is why are we milling the road and having to and milling and filling for a water line that should be in, I mean, they're gonna put the water line down the middle of the road? That doesn't sound smart to me.
But they did, they've done it every other road.
Well, within the village.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's what their engineer has put together. I'm with you, Scott,
Yeah,
but it doesn't surprise me.
yeah, well, right. I mean, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. That's like shaking your fist at God, saying, I dare you.
When was the last time we tore them? I mean,
We just paved it. I
yeah,
mean,
we just made it.
3 or 4 years ago,
Yeah.
or, well, I can tell you here.
We did it about the same time as the firehouse, didn't we?
It was pretty close to that. Hold on just one second.
I got that up on my desk. Put it on my record.
Old 73 was paved in, actually, 6 years ago, 2020.
Okay.
And when would it be, what's your typical schedule, repave,
We reclamided it.
yeah, so it's,
I mean, unless it starts coming apart, I'm not gonna do anything with it. Or I wouldn't do anything with it unless it, starts to deteriorate. But we paved it, we reclamided it, which should get us conservatively 15.
So their decision is forcing us to
Yes,
spend those, possibly.
possibly, potentially.
and they want us on the agreement so they can get more points.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what they're after.
But you also
So they can
talked
score
about
it.
putting it in the middle of the street, correct?
Pardon me?
Is there easement that they have to gather from us to be able to have that in the middle of the street?
Well, it's not gonna, I don't think we're not putting the piping in our street. That's just.
I don't know, I haven't seen,
I haven't seen anything yet.
I haven't seen any drawings.
Nice to
or-
have a print at least
Yeah.
and stuff to have all the details.
I'm not comfortable
Get
voting.
more information
Yes,
from the village, present it to us at the next meeting, and then we'll revisit this, is my idea.
mine too.
Perfect.
That's good.
Yep,
Mine too.
okay. All right, we are not doing anything on that one, and it is
So, very good.
7:31, so it's 19:31 actually. So I will turn this over to Vice President.
That would be me.
Yep.
Okay. You said what time it is? All right, 7:32.
Can we leave?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Leave, you guys
Take care.
can.
You are dismissed.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you very much,
Thank you, guys.
trustees.
Congratulations, Cal.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Thank you, Kelly.
It's always fun to come here.
Yeah, take care.
Okay, see you.
Congratulations.
Right.
So I'm gonna make a motion that we leave general section and go into our public hearing for the rezoning of 4966, State Route 42, for the 7:30 announced special meeting.
I will second that.
Mr. Jacobs,
Yes.
Ms. Coleman,
I'm stating for everything, so abstain.
Mr. Cotton,
Yes.
motion passed.
Perfect. All right, the Wayne Township Board of Trustees should now come to order at 7:32 for this public hearing that was scheduled for 7:30 on 7/21 of 2026 for a rezoning application for 4966 State Route 42. This is for a C recreational to a RU, rural residential single family. So Stacy Loewen has our PowerPoint to share to explain the application and the reasons for this hearing, which you see above you right here. So the order of proceedings shall be that everyone has the right to speak either in support or opposition and ask questions. However, to ensure an orderly hearing, we ask that before speaking, you state your name, your address for the record, and time limits for each speaker will be set to 5 minutes. So first we'll hear from, Stacy will give her presentation, then we'll hear from the applicants, we'll hear then the proponents, then the opponents, and the application will be given the opportunity to address any concerns raised after all have spoken. So Ms. Loewen, it is over to you.
Right, so I have a PowerPoint, and then I will also have some of the application materials to show you as well, separate from the PowerPoint. So the review process for a map amendment is, first it is heard by the Warren County Regional Planning Commission Executive Committee, and that was on June 25th. And then it went to the Wayne Township Zoning Commission for a public hearing and a recommendation to the Board of Trustees. That was on June 29th. And tonight, the trustees are the decision-making body. The parcel ID is 09101000008, and it's at 4966 State Route 42. This is 223.484 acres, currently zoned C recreation, is a former golf course. It is being proposed for RU, which allows single-family homes on 5-acre minimum lots. Our future land use map shows primarily agricultural, rural, residential for this property. So that's pretty much a match for what they're proposing, along with a small area of mixed use of commercial industrial. Although they're seeking an RU zoning, which allows 5 acres, the applicant selected that because it was the largest lot size that was available in our zoning, but they're really proposing, if this is rezoned, to create 2 lots, one for themselves and one for their sons, so 2 houses on 223 acres. Currently, you can go forward and ask for a single-family home on a C district, but it's a conditional use, and it's not really the best practice for a single-family home to go on as a conditional use. I think of that more as a process you would use if you opened a campground or something, you had a recreational type use, and then you also wanted to have a house there. That's more of a logical why a house is a conditional use in a recreation district. So this property is surrounded by R1 zoning to the north, south, and west. And just for a note, RU zoning and R1 single family are identical in terms of their uses and setbacks, except for the minimum lot size, 2 versus 5 acres. So the Warren County, the executive committee did recommend approval, and the Wayne Township Zoning Commission also recommended approval. Okay, just a moment. This is just a copy of the survey, so this property, you can see me moving along here, it's all of this. Not this corner here. So that's the 223 acres. You can see our current zoning, we've got this recreation zoning in the middle of all of this R1 single family, which is denser than what they're asking for. And in our future land use map, you can see that that's also residential, agricultural, rural residential, future land use. And just an aerial shot of that as well. Oh, it's doing the color. There we go. All right. So if you have any questions, that's all I have to present to you.
Do we have where it's gonna be split for the lots yet, or is that not been determined
I
yet?
mean, they have an idea, I think, but it's not
Are you gonna be-
formal.
I can talk to that.
Well, if you would talk to that, and then the other question I have is, are you gonna be adding another driveway, or are you gonna split off the main
So the
entrance?
first, the lot, we're looking at 20 to 30 acres on the southwest side would be 1 lot. On that, you see the pasture there and then back to the woods there.
Okay.
And then the rest would be the second lot. There are 4 driveways, is my understanding already, that are approved by ODOT. We don't plan on adding additional driveways, we're going to utilize the existing driveways.
And we would be using the 2 that are cut in fairly well. So by the clubhouse, that would be ours, and then by the shops, that would be our sons.
Thank you.
All right, next we're up for so first we'll hear from the applicants, so if you guys have anything else to say, we'll give you a chance at the podium.
Good evening, my name is Kenneth Edge.
Good evening.
Give me my address.
You can state it for the record.
171 East Crutch Road, Virginia.
Thank you.
We're looking to make this our home, taking the golf course and rezoning it obviously to rural residential. As Stacy said, that's the biggest lot size that we can do. I think there was concern of the neighbors that we were going to be a developer going in and put a neighborhood there. That's not our intent at all. Our intent is to personally live there and really bring it back to, I think, the other areas around there, and what's there is rural residential essentially.
We want to be good stewards of property and live there for the rest of our lives. If there are any questions, I'm ready to answer any of those.
I don't have any. You guys? Yeah. All right, thank you. Next up, we'll hear any proponents. Seeing none, do we have any opponents? I see none there as well. So basically, we're usually at this time we give applicants an opportunity to address any concerns or raised after all have spoken. Did they answer your questions?
Yes.
Okay. So is there any more questions from the board? Do we have anything else? Do you have anything, Keith? You good? Okay.
Good.
All right, we have nothing from the board. So right now, I will make a motion to close the public hearing. I'll make a motion to close the hearing at, if I can see time, at 7:40 PM.
I'll second.
Mr. Kaufman,
Yay.
Ms. Colvin,
Abstain.
Mr. Jacobs.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay. Next, I need to have a motion on resolution 2026-65. So,
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 2026-65.
and I will second that.
Mr. Jacobs,
Yes.
Ms. Colvin,
Abstain.
Mr. Kaufman.
Yay.
Resolution adopted this 21st day of July, 2026.
Hope you like airplanes.
Congratulations.
I grew up right down the road. I'll be close to you. There are plenty of them.
We've been out there multiple times, yes, standing there with them flying over.
I used to work on that golf course,
Oh, good, you can answer questions, right?
maybe. It's been a year or two.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, very good. Good you have neighbors then. Yeah. We used to see you as neighbors.
Yes, oh,
Soon to be.
are we gonna be a neighbor of yours too?
No.
No, I'm way over across the way.
If you
We
stay, I'll show you where I am if you stay for a few minutes.
Okay, yeah,
So, yeah.
welcome you to Wayne Township.
Yes.
we're
Thank you.
excited.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We're in Xenia now, but I think Waynesville, Wayne Township is more of a small town,
yeah.
has more of a small town.
You'll like it.
You've been in
You'll like
Xenia-
it, listen.
you've been in Xenia a long time?
Yes, it's 2012, we were in Spring Valley actually before.
Kind of stationed
Thanks for
at,
giving me.
Wright
You're
Pat
welcome.
in 2004. Yeah, so all the kiddos who are here were born in Ohio. Thank you.
All right, would you like to do your
Sure.
report now? So this will be your new fire chief in a second. He puts out candle fires.
We will not have candles, no candles.
Good.
That's not out, is it?
Nope. All right, so what I wanted to do is just give you a 6-month review on, since we're phasing in this, this 4-person staffing that we're going to, just wanted to give you a first year where we're at. All right, so why we made our change was, prior to 21 and then 21 through 24, I used 2021 as the basis because that's when ESO came in and it was really easy to pull data. So, 2 part-time people staffed daily from 5 a.m., 0500 to 1700. Fire suppression relied so primarily on volunteers responding from home, including EMS from 1700 to 0500. July 1st, 2024, I started in February. We started experiencing some shortages on people, so we staffed 1 employee 24 hours a day. And then we had another additional part-time employee that was there 07 to 1900, and then fire and suppression and EMS volunteers from home after that. January 1st, 2025, we started 2-person staffing 24 hours a day following to meet our FLSA compliance, and then our fire suppression relied primarily on volunteers responding from home. We staffed the 2 people for the EMS primarily. January 1st this year, we began implementing our 4-person staffing model. Volunteers still do respond from home, but we were showing that we weren't getting the engine out the door over half the time in some previous years. So 6 months into our staffing model, we have measurable improvements in our performance, our readiness, and our service delivery. Engine 91 with the fastest response times in the 6-year review. Same thing with the squad. Our 4-person staffing, we're working towards and phasing in that 4-person staffing, but we're staffed at 86.9% of the time we have 4-person staffing. Squad 91 responded to 99.8% of all dispatched incidents, and our ALS care continues to improve. The engine made 182 responses, squad 416 for 590. We're at, again, 86, almost 87%, 98. And when I started, we had 4 paramedics on the department. Now we're actually up to 17 with Miss Woody coming off her probation.
So can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
So your staff, if you go back one back there, so you said 4-person staff at 86.9% of the time, but you still didn't really implement it until several months into the year, correct?
No, we started opening the schedule for 4 people
Okay,
January 1st.
okay,
So we've just been ramping up since then.
okay.
And again, keep in mind, just as the volunteer availability is declining, part-time is as well. So it's a constant battle to,
Yeah.
and a lot of our members work full-time at other departments, and they get sick, and they get mandated, so they get mandated to go work, it happens, so we're getting there. 2021, engine 91, the average response time, remember that's from dispatch to on scene, was 11:32. The highest was 12:53 in 2022. And they only responded 59% of the time in 2022. Turnout time was our biggest reduction, which makes sense because our people are in quarters now, so they don't have to get up out of bed, get in their cars, get to the station, get their gear, they're right there ready to go. So, so far this year, our average turnout time is about a minute, and our response time is down to 6 minutes and 18, and our response average is the highest at 87.5. Squad 91, which is our first due unit, 3 minutes and 9 faster. The turnout time, same thing. And again, this is an average. That's an average of those years where they had paid staffing during the day, volunteer at night. We went from 4 minutes and 44 seconds to 1 minute and 32 seconds, and we're at 99.8%. And that 2% is when we have been dispatched for like a structure fire, and they drop the 2 people will drop the squad, get on the engine, and go to the fire. So we've changed that. At least one person will get on the squad and follow to the fire, so we have a squad there. So, of all our available shifts, here's how it broke out in January. March was a little rough. I forget, there was a rash of illnesses and stuff in March, so we only filled it 73. But we're doing okay. We're getting in the 80s. June was good. Yeah. Anyone have any questions on that slide? Okay.
Do you ever expect that to be 100%?
I would.
You want
I
it
would
to be
love for that to
100%?
be.
Okay.
My expectation probably exceeds reality, but I would expect it to be 100%. But,
Okay.
So I got a question for you then.
yeah.
So out of the shifts that you're not able to fill, do you have reasonings why they weren't filled?
Yeah. People just won't pick them up.
I mean, do
or they go.
you capture that data separately to be able to say, okay, well, 15% of the time we did it because they were at the other station, right? That's out of your control.
Yeah.
Most of it's out of your control, but I'm just saying is, do you keep any kind of stats to that to say,
No,
okay?
we keep the ESO, whenever someone calls off or whatever, we put in a reason, so I've got those stats.
Yeah,
But the open shifts, our PRN people are required to pick up, to put in for 4 shifts a month, and at least one of them 24 hours on a weekend. And then our rotated people work every 6th day, and they can pick up so many shifts additional. But if no one picks up a shift, because we don't have full-time, they don't work under a contract or anything, we can't force anyone to work. So, did that answer it? I don't keep
It does answer,
track
but
of-
I'm just saying, is usually, a lot of times I like to see the differences. Okay, so if the part-times are being held over, forced over in their case, for their coverage, that helps answer some of the
Oh,
questions,
yeah,
right?
we do, like,
So,
if they call in and, that, hey, I got forced to,
correct.
or, yeah, we do keep it.
Okay, that's
Keep that.
different than being sick or just
Yeah.
not show, or no show and stuff like
Right.
that too. So, those are questions that I have with it, so.
Yeah, a lot of there's few that have been forced, I'd have to look and get back to you.
No, that's
It
fine.
doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen.
Yeah.
Because just like everyone else is getting sick and having staffing problems. So. Our ALS coverage, we strive to have at least one paramedic on. We're doing that 91.7% of the time, 2 paramedics, 48.9, and 3 paramedics. Out of all those shifts, we've had 36 shifts where we've had 3 paramedics on duty. That does not count Assistant Chief Lawlech, Lieutenant Patterson, or myself. These are positions on the schedule. And I am happy to announce that in June, we had 1 paramedic on duty 24 hours a day, every day. So, and I believe I did cover one of those shifts, so, but I'm still a paramedic.
You need
So-
much, need nothing.
Right. So we're doing pretty good. So I did start keeping track of our mutual aid because that's an important metric to me. Our demand, our system demand really dictates our mutual aid. We had 40 overlapping incidents that we required mutual aid on. So again, automatic aid received is where the computer says, hey, that's unavailable, or they need more resources and sends it. Mutual aid is when we call for it, or the dispatcher will realize that, hey, they need help. So we had 31 incidents where we had mutual aid in, automatic aid on 20 of those, but for 40 of those, we had another incident going on. And for 48 of those, we had a Wayne Township unit on the scene. So if like the one we had a couple weeks ago, the squad was way up in Sandy Run, and we got an auto accident. They were reported entrapment way down in Oregonia. So the utility broke free from there, called Turtle Creek, and made it there. Our engine made it out, and I made it. So our units are still getting on the scene the majority of the time. But our transport unit, if it's out, if the Squad 91's on a run, we tone Squad 92. If we have the people, they'll take it, but a lot of times they're already out. So we have our significant, our mutual aid is usually a lot of just because we're already out doing it. So the mutual aid system is working how it's supposed to. If we don't have the resources.
Is that both squad and engine here?
Yes, yeah, it's all together. I can't separate them out. Yeah. All right. Over the past couple of years, it's measurable results. Our times are better. We're getting better ALS coverage. Our response reliability has increased, and our training is coming along just fine. I'm very happy with Captain Walker and his training plan. So here it is again, just real quick. When I started, 4 paramedics, including myself. Today we're up to actually 17 with Ms. Woody coming off. So that's looking ahead. We're going to continue working on phasing in our 4-person staffing, monitoring our performance for volunteer recruitment. We've got some of the cadets have finally brought in their applications, and so that the Weichel twins will be coming on board here shortly. I've got a couple others in the pipeline. Officer development's continuing. We did complete the SCBAs will be here coming along, ordered here shortly. We had to redo the quote to include 5 spare masks that we approved in the legislation. And then in first quarter of 2027, you'll have a full one of these, a little better. So just remember, every number, every run is something we were there to help. we're getting better. Every day we get a little bit better. I want to appreciate the board, the administrator, everybody here, and especially our members for their continued support, and thank you to the residents and new-to-be residents for their continued support. Any questions?
So you were talking about the cadets real quick.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a great presentation.
Yep.
Just so curiosity, how many do we have coming into the next?
And we're gonna start that effort, going into the school year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't touch it until school year.
Well, we're getting prepped, and then we're gonna launch and try to start it, and in fact, that's gonna be on our new web page as well. Page just dedicated to the cadets. We garnered some interest from,
We did. We had
from
a,
Washington Township, cadets.
we had a fire down on Sandy Run, and the kid that lived next door is a Washington Township fire explorer, which is kind of the same as we did. And I'm like, hey man, what's the deal? Yeah. And I guess when he started, it was when we started, and we were kind of full up feeling it out. And so now that we've had three move on, we've got room for him. So I think he's gonna come work for us.
So he's with Clinton Warren, I guess.
No, he's with Washington Township.
Oh, Washington
Yeah.
Township. Okay.
I guess he's got friends that are on there as the
But
story.
he also goes to the career center.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
I was thinking in
And
county.
then one of our active members, me bringing his brother on.
Yeah.
Thanks to that program.
Yeah.
Had some other people interested in reached out. Great, I think it's a good pipeline.
Yes, I agree.
Good presentation. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, so moving on to correspondence.
I don't know.
Any correspondence? Okay.
I have a thank you from the Corwin Tractor Show. Thank you for our sponsorship and participation in the 26th annual Corwin Tractor Show.
Any elected officials' comments tonight? Pete, we'll start with you. Any comments?
No comments.
Okay. Comments?
Yeah, I think I'm good, thank you.
I was at fair today, and it was fun. I saw Sam
Oh, did
and,
you?
yeah, quite a few, so it's a good time.
Wear his
if anybody
blue
wants to
shirts.
go. Yeah, he had his little ribbon on. I'm
Oh.
like, what's that for? Because I'm in charge.
Superintendent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, we have no work session, no executive session, so I will make a motion at 7:57 to adjourn.
Second?
Ms. Colvin,
Yes.
Ms. Coffin, or
Yes.
Mr. Coffin,
Yes.
Mr. Jacobs,
Yes.
adjourned.
Adjourn.
Perfect.